On today's episode of the Toy Chasers.
It goes all the way back here?
This place is like 20 times larger than I initially thought it was.
It says Chris Benoit and then says choking hazard. Just tossing it out there.
5419.
We went to Super BitCon here in Oklahoma City, first year con, and we're gonna head to a toy store that everyone says that we need to go to.
I have bursitis in both elbows.
I have fucking spinal problems because I sit in front of the fucking computer and edit so much. If you could live a day with my pain, you'd be like the guy off The Crow whenever Brandon Lee goes, all this is for you. All this pain and suffering. And he's like, oh, I can't handle it, and he falls off the fucking roof.
Billy, you sound like you're going to start up the tampon chasers.
And we have Alpha Omega Sin with us. Alpha Omega Sin came with us to Oklahoma City, and he's a cool guy. He's into toys too.
We pull up to Toy Base 10, and this store is recommended to us by all of our Oklahomies.
Don't say that. The place looks promising, and then we meet Steve.
Yeah, immediately when I meet Steve, I know that he's a quote-unquote character. He's got some personality to him.
I've gotten like 5 or 6 phone calls from different guys about you.
About us?
Yeah.
Wait, about us?
Saying what? Don't trust these a-holes? Or?
No,
Now, we're never in this area. We're from DFW, so.
I can figure that. Yeah.
You can smell the Texas. Oh, Steve's a wise ass.
What are your interests?
Toy-wise?
I prefer toys. Yes.
Yeah.
Nah, Steve's cool. Steve has a sense of humor for sure. He's a character.
Basically stuff we grew up. Grew up playing with.
60s toys?
Steve would fit in with us pretty well, actually, because we're all kind of smart asses.
Well, let me tell you about the place. If nobody else has, I'm sure they probably have. But everything's $3,000 until you tell me different.
I actually heard that. Like direct, I heard that. What did I say? Just outside.
Like, no joke, yeah.
He's just one of those guys who just likes to have fun, and if people are going to let him, he's going to do it. Wonder if he's ever gotten $3,000 for anything.
We have got a large store to explore, and it's chock full of toy goodness. Toy goodness.
It's strange because it's like a labyrinth. Like, you walk into one room and it's pretty expansive. It's got lots of stuff in it, but then there's 2 doorways. So we end up walking through them, and then we have an entire hallway now. And the hallway is littered with stuff, and like then you have other rooms, and we walk into these rooms and they're filled with stuff, and each one is filled from the floor to the ceiling with stuff, and each room has its own theme, and it's awesome.
This place is like 20 times larger than I initially thought it was, which is awesome. I have a feeling we're gonna be here for a few hours.
Every time I go to any kind of a toy store, the main things that I'm looking for horror movie stuff and video game stuff. Dude, they have like some of the Final Fantasy summon figures. Oh my god, Gunsmith cats? I'm like one of the only people that even knows about that shit. Dude, that Spawn is bad as looking. I've always liked the Todd McFarlane figures, always liked anime figures, always liked video game figures, because that's stuff I'm into. My brain can't process this much right now. I'm just like, everywhere I look, I'm like, this.
Well, I think we're in what we would probably describe as the miscellaneous room right now. This guy's got everything.
Yeah, I'll get that. A busted up Starscream.
You might be able to get that for pretty cheap.
Maybe. I'll put that in the maybe pile.
I had Starscream as a kid, one of the Transformers I'm still looking for. Now this thing is in horrible condition. It's basically 4 parts. However, If this thing is cheap enough, I'd still might be interested because I can get the parts somewhere else.
If, you know, the G.I. Joes are loose, or you got to change out the band in them, or the Transformers are loose, and you can usually get it for a cheaper price.
Jay and I a long time ago used to collect sports cards, and we got so obsessed with mint condition, the super crisp edges and stuff, that it just lost its fun.
I don't know. I guess I'm not what you would describe as a anal retentive collector where everything has to be perfect.
And we're talking about toys here. Toys are supposed to be fun.
Let's face it, I'm gonna play with the toys. All the Transformers that I have sitting over my desk, I play with.
I wish he had the
Digging everything, because look, like there's just crap everywhere. Mass stuff right there. This dude has everything from G.I. Joe to Ninja Turtles to Transformers to Star Wars to Star Trek to monster movies.
I gotta get me some toys.
Idiot.
Well, I'm already seeing some stuff in here that's like, wow, I'd love to have that.
Dude, look at this. There's just something about the old Star Wars boxes, man.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
They're classy. And they look like they're from Star Wars.
There's just something about Star Wars toys, especially the box art. And I think that's my favorite box art of any vintage toys is Star Wars toys. And I'm not exactly sure why, but I just love them.
It's a little overwhelming. Really don't know where to begin. There's so much stuff to look at. Of all the things that I see that really are catching my eye, this Remco Creature from the Black Lagoon is the thing I probably want most. This figure here I had when I was like 6 years old.
So the creature from the Black Lagoon figure that Melvor ends up getting, it glows in the dark, which is really cool, but we're sitting there looking at it, and it looks like it has these baby teeth in it, like it's teething, and he's like, and because he's really tiny, it really does look like something that it would have shat out at some point, just and it's just, it looks so damn funny, and you can't unsee it. It's just one of those things, once you look at it forever, now it's just teeth there. Kind of like that picture on the cover of GoldenEye. It looks like his hand and his mouth are lined up and its long face. It looks like his face is deformed and goes out really far. And once you see it, you're like, oh my god!
One thing I really love about Steve's shop and the way he has it organized is that he has each room set up as a theme. He's got a G.I. Joe themed room, a Transformers, a horror room.
I want to get Blade from the, what do you call it? The Puppet Master series.
Oh, that dude's awesome.
I've seen Alpha here, and Alpha's just going crazy seeing all the horror-related stuff.
I've got the smaller Crow figure. I've got the one where he's on the rooftop battling Top Dollar. As a matter of fact, that's one of the few ones I don't have. That pre-painted soft vinyl one, which looks horrifying because their body's like all disconnected. Looks like a monster. One of the first things that I end up finding in their horror movie room is Freddy Krueger. This one kicks a lot of ass. Like, I have a lot of Freddy figures because this one's like covering a lot of blood, and like the sculpt on his face is really bad. It's a Series 2 Todd McFarlane Freddy Krueger figure that I've wanted, all drenched in blood and This one I'm actually gonna set to the side.
I'm not a huge Freddy Krueger fan myself. I didn't really grow up watching the movies and stuff, but I still gotta respect the way this toy looks. It looks amazing.
Todd McFarlane really raised the bar as far as what an action figure could be. Up until that point, you didn't see that type of quality in the sculpting. I mean, he really made them pieces of art.
I spy, with my beautiful blue crystal eyes, a Herman Munster figure on the shelf, and it is glorious.
You want to see? You want to see my Herman Munster impression?
I think I do a mean Herman Munster, if I do say so myself.
I can't even put this in a nice way. Billy does his Herman Munster impression. It's really not that great, but I think he keeps doing it because he thinks he's funny.
Lily! Lily! Lily!
It's Billy. What'd you expect?
I think in his mind's eye, yeah, I know you're looking right at me and I'm saying this. In Billy's mind's eye, I think he does a pretty stellar Herman Munster impression.
I do, damn it.
And the only thing, I mean, they're both clumsy fucks.
I think Billy should use his fucking brain.
Me and Herman Munster are very similar.
He kind of sounds like him.
He's lazy.
There's no reason why we should be married.
His head is pretty box shaped like Herman Munster's was.
Wait. Come on, that's spot on.
That's one of Billy's favorite shows of all time, is The Munsters.
I ended up getting a lot of my He-Man figures from the thrift store, ironically, whenever I was younger. I had Castle Grayskull, I had He-Man, and I had Skeletor. Dude, wait a minute. This is the one I had. This is the battle damaged one. But it's weird because I made them ride around together as friends all the time, like in a Tonka truck. So, He-Man. Like, I never even had them battle. They would end up beating up the figures that I didn't think were cool. Like cowboys and Indian ones that were real fucking boring. And they'd like fight with the Ninja Turtles and stuff. It was so fucking cool. Why can't they make that happen?
You know, He-Man for me, being a child of the 80s, He-Man was just, I mean, it really was on top of the world.
Oh, Merman with the thing. Merman. I had Merman as a kid also. I'm excited to see this because he actually has the chest piece.
Oh, is it annoying to find with his strap thing?
They always look like this.
One of my favorite characters, that and Trapjaw and Orko.
Like most, you know, Americans, I had He-Man also. He-Man. Would that be the plural of He-Man? He-Man?
So you like playing with little guys?
Yeah, I like playing with men.
Bare chests.
Yeah, little men with bare chests.
This dude's place is so chock full of toys, he even has stuff hanging above his toilet. Toys above the toilet.
Well, while there, I also came across an Alice figure from Alice Madness Returns, and seeing that, like, me and Melvor were just like, oh my god, that's so amazing.
This Alice Madness Returns figure is incredible. This is such a really neat twist on the whole world of Alice in Wonderland.
The other ones are all her different costumes that she wears in the game. And that's one of the best platformers that I've seen in a long time.
I'm in the Transformers room right now, and just tons and tons and tons of awesome toys here.
This is the magic. This is right here. It's Astro Train.
So this is a room I know Billy and I are really looking forward to. Transformers, GoBots, it's the robot room, if you will.
This is one of the GoBots I've been looking for. Only problem is it's on card. So he's gonna want more, and B, I'm not gonna want to take him out and play with him. That sounded wrong.
One of the things that jumps out at me immediately is a Beast Wars Megatron that transformed into a dragon.
Beast Wars don't count.
When he came out, I was working at Walmart in the toy department.
Beast Wars suck, I'm sorry.
And I decided I didn't have the money at the time, so I was going to be sneaky, and I was going to hide him.
I tried to watch one episode of Beast Wars, and it was just so stupid, I just gave up on it. The animation sucked, the characters sucked, everything sucked, the toys especially, they sucked.
And then when I went to go get him, he was gone.
What, you hit him like behind other items?
I hit him up on top of the shelves, you know, so when I got paid, I'd come back and buy him. And when I went to do it, he was gone.
And I know there's people watching right now going, Beast Wars is the best thing ever! Fuck you! Nah, I'm sorry, but you just missed out on the G1 line. Transformers 80s cartoon, that's where it was at. Beast Wars, get out of here with that crap. So I'm still searching for a lot of the Transformers that I had as a kid. I had all the jets like Starscream and Skywarp and Thundercracker.
Right here, I got Skywarp.
I love this Skywarp.
Vintage, and this is one of my most wanted Transformers, and he is extremely loose. But He is complete, it looks like. Yeah, he's all there. Skywarp. Depending on his price, I don't know. I mean, I might do like $10 on him. We'll see.
Why Skywarp? I love Transformers. I also love the jets because my family was big in military and stuff like that. So, so I had all of those, and I played the hell out of those things.
So we've been looking around for, I think, a couple hours at this point. I think we've gotten what we needed and we're ready to check out.
So I have my purchases here. I got my Skywarp, and I also got a couple Star Wars figure, a generic Hoth soldier and a generic Endor soldier.
So what do I do? Just make offers?
I don't know. What do you want to do?
$20.
For which one?
For which one?
I think as soon as we walked in the door, Steve smelled the stupid on Billy and was like, watch this, I'm about to have fun.
See, let me tell you what the problems are in this one. No, actually, this one's pretty complete. It's just missing the landing gear and
You're sort of negative, aren't you?
the front. No, I'm very negative. They call me Negative Nancy.
You should be positive towards
No, you know
toys.
what? We're all negative, aren't we?
We are pretty negative, yeah.
You!
It's actually pretty. It's actually really good condition. Just the noses. But other
So
than
you're
that,
going
it's.
to fix that, aren't you?
I don't know how to fix it. Can you give me a recommendation?
Look online.
Watching Billy haggle with Steve is fucking hilarious.
So this is worth how much?
Hey,
Nice
what is it?
try.
What is it worth?
Yeah.
No, I don't know what it's worth.
You don't?
I really don't.
Why are you buying it then?
Because I want it. I had this as a kid.
There's a bunch of idiots in this group, and it's showing right now.
It's worth $3,000.
Every single time Billy tries to go and say something, he starts fumbling up his words, and Steve is just sitting there like a marionette f***ing with him, and he's all like, like a big f***ing goof.
But no, it's worth $20.
He's worth 25.
He's worth 25.
No, you were at 25.
No, it wasn't.
You said 25, and I said which one?
Let's rewind the tape.
I know that I said 20.
I'll tell you what. If you didn't say 25 on the tape, okay, I'll give it to you. But if you did say 25,
rewind it.
If you did say 25, you're going to pay me 50.
Like, Steve is giving him the business.
So do you really want to rewind it or pay me 25?
You know those moments when you're absolutely 100% sure you did something?
Yeah.
I don't even know what the hell's going on right now.
How about this? How about a better bet? Okay, if I said 20, you give it to me for 10. If I said 25, 30.
Oh, I can reverse. I can play games too.
No.
Actually, I'll make it 40 if you throw in something else in there that I was wanting.
I don't do that anymore. Oh, you mean toy-wise?
You're a horrible guy.
What else you want?
We're back.
Back in that back room is the Imperial shuttle. If he could throw that in, I'll do 40.
Oh my.
So as a kid, I always wanted this. My mom would never give it to me. Now's your chance.
To give it to you?
I'm sure that $20 on the Imperial shuttle is way below what it should go for, but this thing's not complete. It's been sitting there collecting dust. Maybe he just wants to get rid of it.
It's a shell. It's missing a lot of stuff. So,
What
I
are
know.
we doing, young man?
What are we doing?
Yes.
You're gonna.
What do
give
you
me-
want to try to do to?
I want to try to give you money. Is what I want to try to do.
Billy's so paranoid right now. He's just like, you're all against me. It's a conspiracy.
So $40 for all this right here.
Okay.
We'll do that.
Okay. 40.
He goes for it. I win.
Well, you're just staring at me like I'm still like there's something I'm not getting here.
He goes through life just completely freaking clueless. Just like Melvor. Just like the Dongo too. No clue what the fuck is going on around him. None.
You just gave him $40?
He gave me 60.
What is wrong?
All that slipping.
Holy crap,
I
man.
don't think he's doing this to rip me off. I think he's doing this because he gets a sick joy from it.
Take your $20 and take your stuff off the counter. Dork.
Okay, what are we doing?
I don't know. Let's see. Ash Ketchum, he catches them all. Okaji and Alice. We'll start with this. 25.
For this one?
Heck no.
How much?
Everything. 25.
There's no way.
No way.
No, this one here runs $24.99 by itself. It's new stuff. I have no control over it. This I can negotiate with.
Okay.
$10.
This Okaji figure that Alpha is getting, I don't think is too common. It rarely shows up on eBay, and when it does, it goes for a lot higher than $10. I think this is a really good deal that Alpha's getting.
Right?
For all three.
No.
No.
$10.
No, I'm saying, like, I'm trying to figure out for all
that. You're
three.
hurting my feelings.
He's trying the same shit on me, and I was keeping up for the most part. Well, no,
and this, if you buy these two, I'll give you this one free.
I really want that Freddy because it's the good Freddy.
It's a $20 Freddy.
It's $20 Freddy.
But you get this free.
Pokemon's awesome. It's something I'd liked a super long time ago, and I grew up with it. Like, I had Pokemon Red, then I got Pokemon Yellow, played the game with my friends. Yeah, it's all about Charizard. Rip shit up. Charizard. What'd you do, 45 for those three?
How much was this?
You said 20.
How much was this?
30.
No, it's 10.
Well, it'd be 30 for those three. See, he's trying to mind tricks on me too, and I'm like, no, I'm gonna
25.
Stick. Okay.
So 25 and 10.
55.
Oh, damn it.
35, 45, 55. So 55 for those. So that's why I offered 45.
But you're only getting $55 worth, but you're getting that for free for $55. That's a big difference. It is a good deal.
Would you go 50?
Yes.
There you go. Because that's actually why I want to pay. Ultimately, I'm like, 50 sounds really good. Okay. Stuff.
Would you like a sack?
Watch it with that question.
A sack? That's not a question I want to answer. Do I want a sack? Steve is just a really nice dude who works with you on the prices and stuff, which is really kick-ass for any store.
I think Alpha got a pretty good deal on the stuff he bought.
Alice Madness Returns, that kicks ass. Freddy Krueger from Nightmare on Elm Street, that kicks ass. Ash Ketchum from Pokemon, goddamn right that kicks ass. And Okaji the Shadow King, I didn't even know they made figures for that, but now I actually have all those.
Now it's Melvor's turn to get worked over.
When it comes to negotiations, I'm not a scumbag the way Jay is.
You can't negotiate for shit.
I was actually thinking $1. What do you think? What are you thinking?
This was a Star Wars figure I'd never had as a kid. I always thought was kind of a funny character, and $1 I think is a really good price.
Actually, I'm genuinely thinking $3 for the merman. Okay.
My negotiations are going pretty easy at this point. I'm not fighting with Steve the way Billy and Jay would.
This is actually for one of my brothers. I would say $5.
For the weapon?
Okay.
Which brother?
The Dongo. The Dongo had this one as a kid.
Oh.
I always liked that little Ewok, except I remember him being completely naked back then. Yeah. But he actually had the staff and the medicine bag and the headdress and everything.
I would probably pay $8.
Probably 8 to 10, I would think.
That's right. Okay.
I like the Ewoks because I liked them as a kid, you know what I mean? They were like the cool Care Bears, if you will, because they killed shit.
Wait, it was too easy. What's going on?
Now wait a minute, hang on.
No, because I'm not
wait,
difficult.
the worth value is not the paying for value. There's two different things here. So it's like 8, 10. I think 5 is fair.
He's making it difficult. There's one more I'm interested
behind
in.
you, not me.
The creature of the Black Lagoon. In that case,
Is it the glow-in-the-dark one?
The glow-in-the-dark
Or the round tube?
I think the glow in the dark one wasn't around.
Okay, the hard-to-get one.
Yeah, it's a little harder to get. Yeah.
You can't negotiate for shit.
For that one,
Yes.
$3.
No. But thank you for coming, and, you know, he's going back to Texas, right? Is it in a package?
No, not in package.
Is it in a package?
No, he was loose.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh, that little bitty one back
Yeah.
there.
So there was some confusion about this Creature of the Black Lagoon figure.
How much you give me for that?
$10.
Okay, done.
Okay. Awesome.
Melville was talking about a 3 3/4 inch figure, and I think Steve was talking about a 12-inch figure. Hence why he looked so insulted when Melville hit him with $3. When he finally realized he was talking about the open 3 3/4 inch figure, you could see it in his face and you could tell it in his voice. Okay, yeah, wait a minute. That's not no $30 figure right there. I'm open to offers on it now. Stupid Melville being, well, stupid. He's still $10 still. I'd have been like, oh yeah, you thought I was talking about, no, I'm talking about the one that's worth way less money, $2.
All right. For this guy here.
I thought you were talking about that going the big one.
Oh, no. Yeah, the little 3 3/4.
Go back to $3.
Now this Megatron is incomplete. He's missing a leg. That's something I think I can probably find on eBay for pretty cheap. So I'm gonna throw a low number at Steve and hopefully he bites.
Guy.
$3.
Here, I'll just give that to you.
Okay, awesome.
No back and forth, no hassle. You know, straightforward. I love this.
Why don't you add this up and see what you think?
8, 9, 12, free, and 10. So 22.
$20.
Okay, $20. I don't have $20.
It's about right. I don't have anything else to say about it.
You got $2.
How much do you have?
10.
There's 20 right there. Hang on to that for tip.
Okay, sounds good.
He comes to a toy store with a pocket full of ones.
He's over here negotiating. I can't even pay for it, no matter what the price is.
Negotiating with no cash.
Broke ass son of a bitch.
Melvore's transactions were pretty simple. I think of the rest of the group, he's probably the least dumb.
Talking's tough.
Because he could at least add his shit and was smart enough to turn to me and say, hey, give me money.
You are not going to say he's smarter than I am.
His IQ's higher than yours.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not. No, it really isn't. And plus, he's not as street smart as I am.
He's not as street smart as my shoe.
There are two possible reasons why Jay didn't get anything at the store today. One, he's just too damn picky. Or two, he was afraid that he was gonna get worked over by Steve.
Jay put his stuff back because he saw Billy getting Jedi mind tricked.
I never had a pile, that's the thing.
Yeah, right.
I didn't have a pile going. I didn't have a maybe pile going.
Jay got intimidated because Jay knows he's a simpleton also.
I was the only one who could keep up with him.
I've always said Billy and Jay share the same brain. Jay's getting scared at this point, I believe. And I believe he's like, oh, I'm gonna throw my stuff back. I don't wanna get made a fool on camera. Because he likes to play the cool guy. He thinks he's Han Solo. He ain't no Han Solo.
I can't believe. I knew this group was dumb, but today, like, just showed me how dumb y'all are.
They're not dumb. They're overwhelmed. And I use that to my advantage. I'm a bastard. What can I say?
You can tell Steve is doing this business because he loves this business and not that he's trying to, get rich or anything.
Steve is just a really nice dude who works with you on the prices and stuff, which is really kick-ass.
Seriously, if you're in or around Oklahoma City, you got to go to Toy Base 10. This store is amazing. The owner, Steve, he's a good guy.
This hands down is the best toy store I've ever been to.
I love the store so damn much. Like, everything that I got to see there was cool. It was one of those places, like, you can walk into it and be there for hours.
Yeah, if there's one regret, it's friending this guy is what it is.
If it weren't for the fucking Ewoks and fucking Luke and them, never would have fucking done shit. They would have been footing around. Never would have even gotten to that fucking last moon base or whatever the fuck.
Would have been captured at one point.
Exactly. There would have been no little dun 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 dun. No, none of that shit, all right? You wouldn't have had fucking all fucking Spirit Obi-Wan and Vader and all them just chilling out in the background. Nah, none of that shit would have happened, okay? Fuck you if you don't like the Ewoks.